Hi guys, my name is Laura Hahn and I am the Philanthropy Manager at the Women's and Children's Alliance. And I wanted to go live today because today is a really special day for us at the Women's and Children's Alliance. So today is our day of action. And it's a way for all of our community to come together and help us in one of 24 ways. And the first thing I want to say, which is most important, is that we are here for you. We are still operating our services. Our crisis center is open every day, Monday to Friday, from 8:30 till 4. And as well, obviously, our emergency shelter is still operating. So super important for you to know that if you need help or anybody that you know needs help, we are here and we are available. But I do today want to talk a little bit about our day of action and talk a little bit about why our day of action is important to us. So as I'm sure you know, during this global health crisis, we have definitely seen a rise in domestic abuse. The biggest thing I can tell you is that home is not safe for everybody. There are so many of our clients and so many people out there that are struggling. The stay-at-home orders obviously are necessary, but mean that some of our community are stuck at home with their abusers for 24 hours a day. And so the biggest thing I can tell you, I think, about that is that from our calls that we receive, 93% is the increase we've seen in this quarter of calls that are domestic violence related calls. So that's just a little insight into what we're seeing. Domestic abuse is certainly flourishing during this global crisis. And I think that kind of leads me nicely into why we see our work as being so important. We have decided to come together for 24 hours of changing lives, 24 hours to take action. And the reason why we've decided to do this, there's two key reasons. So the first reason is linked very much around, obviously, the cancellation and the postponement of numerous community events and the closure of our thrift store. Those are things that have happened directly due to the coronavirus pandemic. The other reason, which obviously is important for us to mention, is obviously our visibility in the community has decreased. And that's something that's happened because, usually our outreach and our prevention teams do such an amazing job of being in schools, of going to different community events and making sure that people, A, know about our services, but B, know that we are here to help and know how to get help too. And so we decided that we want to come together today on April 16th, not only obviously to try and close the deficit that we have incurred because of COVID-19 financially, but also because it's so important that we get the message out there that we are here for you and that our services are very much open and available. And so there's a number of different ways that you can take action today. And we will post the link shortly to our 24 ways of taking action. And you will see that that link will take you to a list that looks like this. And on here, we have so many different ways that you can take action today. And so I wanted to talk with you a little bit about some of the ones that I think are really awesome. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our coloring pages that we put on there. So we have this coloring page, which of course is of our ribbon. And we also have this one, which says Your Voice Has Power. And so these coloring pages, you could print them off, you could save them maybe on your phone. And basically, as I'm doing now, you could literally just take a purple pen. Could take me a while, but I am going to do this because I think this is super important. And purple is obviously the color that represents domestic violence, domestic abuse. But you could also color the ribbon a teal kind of color, which is important as well because April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month too. And so really, what we're hoping to achieve by encouraging people to color in their ribbons, and I will just show you now. Done kind of a good job, like so. What we're trying to do is we're suggesting that people place these in perhaps the back of your car window, perhaps a window at the front of your house, maybe a window close to your door, to show the community that you support the WCA. And not only that, that you support domestic abuse, and you are here for people, and you're showing that, hey, if they have a problem, they can come to you and you will know where to direct them to. And I think that's the other great thing that we put on our list. Point number 8 is actually share our shoe card images. And our shoe cards are really cool. And I'm going to just say hello to everyone watching. And I think there's a lot of people watching. And I'm hoping that there might be some people watching from England too. So maybe if you are, you could say hello, because I'm hoping that you can hear that I have quite a strong English accent. And that's because I'm from Chester, England originally. So, my family and friends are doing their best to spread the word of supporting domestic violence and services that help prevent domestic abuse and domestic violence all the way in England as well. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you, like I said, was point 8, which is about sharing our shoe cards. And our shoe cards were designed basically to be put in your shoe as a way to carry safely information about where you can get help. And so that does have on there our 24-hour helpline, which is a super important number, and you can call that at any point. We have trained client advocates that really are waiting for your call. And so that's another way that you can help and really show that you support our services, but more importantly, you can help with the visibility. And I think a couple of other things I will talk about. So we have one of the things that I actually did this morning when I woke up was I went outside and I wrote a message of support to the WCA on my driveway, and basically wanted people to know in my community that, the Women's and Children's Alliance is here for you and that home isn't safe for everybody. And I think that's a really important message that you can share today, is that there are people that are having an extremely difficult time during this global health crisis. And we want to make sure that as many people as possible are aware that this is a huge challenge right now. And I can see that my very lovely colleague is bringing me a shoe card so I can show you. So this shoe card is actually available in a PDF format. Literally, you would just go on our list, which we posted the link to, and you would click on number 8, our shoe card images, and that will take you straight to our public Google Drive, and you can see lots of those things. But as you can see, and I'm just going to hold this straight now, this has all of our numbers that are right here that you can call. And the other great thing that I will mention too is, obviously, as a community in Boise, we have lots of different people from lots of different countries and nationalities. And so we do have these shoe cards in a number of different languages as well. And that's something that we always try to do at the Women's and Children's Alliance, is make materials accessible for everybody too. I think a couple of other things that I will talk about. So something I would like to talk about is actually our youth reps. Our Youth Rep Instagram page is at WCA Youth Reps. You should definitely go along and give them a follow. Our Youth Reps are an amazing group of young people. They actually come from a number of different schools in our area, and they come together and they really help bring together some of our materials. They do events, which obviously at the moment they are not able to do, to really spread the message amongst their peer group about how important domestic abuse awareness is. And they do such a great job. February was Teen Dating Violence Month, and they were amazing and put out so much cool stuff. And they're doing the same for sexual assault awareness. And so it's definitely a great thing to do to follow them online. And I think particularly as well, today is a great opportunity to talk with any young people that you might have in your lives, whether that be as a son, a daughter, maybe a niece, a nephew. You can definitely use this as an opportunity to talk with them about, domestic abuse and what a healthy relationship looks like. Because really at the Women's and Children's Alliance, that is our mission. Our mission is to bring safety, healing, and freedom from domestic abuse and sexual assault. And so there's so many ways that you can do that, but just having conversations with people is really, really so powerful. And I think one of the things that I've found since I've started working here is that my family and friends and my community now has such a bigger idea of why it's so important to have these conversations. So, to summarize some of the things we've been talking about today, I think really today is a day to take action. It's a day to take action against domestic abuse and sexual assault. That comes in so many different forms, and we hope that you will take today to share some of our resources that are available, to do maybe just one thing on our 24 ways to take action, help sheet. And even if it's just coloring in a great picture like this, I think that is a really awesome way that you can get involved and that you can show people that you support the Women's and Children's Alliance. And probably with my ribbon, I'm actually going to write the Women's and Children's Alliance on the top, and then I'm actually going to write our domestic violence hotline number, and that number is 208-343-7025. And so please feel free to share out that number and those details, because that is super important. And I wanted to let you know that I will be going live again a little bit later. Today is a really important day. We welcome you to share and tag us on social media if you are doing any one of these 24 great things. We would love to see pictures and love to see you guys taking part today. And getting the message out there that home is not safe for all, and we must come together as a community to support those people in our community that are really having an extremely challenging time right now. So that is everything I have to say. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I look forward to reading all of your comments, and I'll see you again soon.